Hi everyone, my name is Natalie.
Hey, and I'm Sasha Burson.
And one question we got today from John out of Mississippi, and John is attorney. He is asking about pay-per-click, PPC in general. Does it work? Have you seen it work? I'm sure for some attorneys it works, but for me it didn't work. So what am I doing wrong, and what someone else does right?
Yep, so it happens all the time, right? PPC, especially for attorneys, can get super expensive, and the way pricing with Google AdWords works is that it's competitive, right? The more people are willing to bid, the higher the price is going to be. So it's kind of like auction, right? So Google is auctioning off one of those 3 slots on its pages where you can advertise, right? And you obviously want to be there because it does work when you work it the right way. So what typically happens, why it doesn't work for many, number one, sometimes some of the settings are incorrect. Sometimes it's something as just dumb where people that are setting up campaigns on Google AdWords use wrong keywords or key phrases. So people that are looking for a service type A, they search for it, they see the ad, and when they go to the website by clicking on that ad, they actually end up seeing completely wrong content that does not match up to their search query. Now, what happens when you go to a website, you search for, I don't know, elder law attorney near me, and then you go to a website and it says criminal defense lawyer. What happens? You click the back button, right? And you click on the next one and the next one. So, and at the point when they click on the ad is the point where you get charged for that click. So there are like many things to screw it up, but this is like really the primary way. But here's how to make it work, right? So Google is very good at understanding intent of the user that is searching for something. Let's call them searchers, right? So if someone is searching for, once again, I'm going to use that example, elder law attorney near me, because God forbid their elder parent is in a facility where they've been mistreated or whatever number of issues, and now they're looking for an attorney that can help them with this issue. So they're looking for elder law attorney. You need to have an ad that closely matches the search query, right? Because if I was that consumer and I searched for this, I want to see an ad that matches up to what I searched for.
Specific keywords that you
Correct. So if I'm looking for elder law attorney near me, I want to see an ad that says, my name is John, and I am in wherever, Mississippi, and I do elder law. And by the way, here, just underneath that link, there are 17 reviews that are like 4 stars on average, right? I'm going to click on that, and the next thing that has to happen is, don't take me to the home page of the website. Take me to a page that speaks specifically about your practice in elder law. We call those landing pages because people, they land on those pages. We don't want them going to the home page. Home page can be very generic. It can talk about you doing criminal defense work and elder law and family law and whatever, like number of things. Don't take them there. Take them only to the page that has relevant information in them. When you do that, search, ad, you have the match, ad, page, you have the match, then you get much greater engagement. And Google likes that greater engagement. In fact, Google is so smart, it doesn't look just at that engagement, it looks at every step of the journey that user is going to go through. So for example, this is like a super unknown fact to vast majority of people. Let's suppose that someone puts in the search query into the search bar, and then your ad pops up, and your ad doesn't have good matchability to the search query. Do you know what happens next? Every time someone sees your ad and doesn't click on it, but they click on the next ad to it, whether it's above you or below you, Google recognizes one interesting fact, and that is that they gave you the space, but they didn't get the money because no one clicked on your link. Do you know what happens next? They increase the cost per click to you. Isn't that crazy? But also so rational. If they're giving you the space, but no one takes action or fewer people take action on your ad than on other ads, they will increase cost to you. Let me explain. Let's suppose that Natalie has a law firm and I have a law firm. We both advertise, but Natalie's ad gets twice as many clicks as my ad. What Google is going to say, okay, so for every 2 clicks that Natalie gets, Sasha only gets 1. So Sasha should pay twice as much for that 1 click. So now I'm in a serious bind. I am spending twice as much money to get half as many clicks. It's insane, but this is the cost of doing business the wrong way. So if your marketing company didn't set it up right, they may be inexpensive, like in their monthly fees, but the true cost that you're paying, true price that you're paying for their deficiencies is astronomical. So you have to get it done right. So once again, search query has to match to the ad has to match to the landing page. And here's one very interesting thing that makes Google think about how authoritative your website is. It's the time that those users are actually going to spend on that page and on your website in general. The more time they spend on that page and on your website, the more Google understands that your website gives them the right information, the information that matches the search query. And now Google thinks, oh, okay, Natalie's website is very authoritative because it gives people exactly what they're looking for. And Sasha's website, where the dwell time or the amount of time that they spend on the website, let's say is 1 minute, and on Natalie's it's 3 minutes, her website will increase in organic rankings because it just has higher authority, or because it has more relevant information to the people. Now, how much budget should you allocate to PPC? This is another question that we often get, like what's the right amount? It's really scientific, right? And that science depends on, or the answer to the question depends on the total funnel, right? And when we talk about the funnel, we talk about how many people search for this query or for this answer, how many people are going to click on your link or on your ad. That's called click-through ratio. So from seeing the ad to actually clicking on it. And for attorneys, like average is about 2.2%, 2.4%, somewhere there, right? So 100 people will see it. 2 will click, 1,000 people will see it, 22 to 24 will click, right? So it's definitely never 100%. But people do click on it, and that's why you need to be in that space. Your competitors are there, and you must be there to get all that business, otherwise they're going to get it. A lot of people click on those links, by the way. Not everyone, but a lot of people click on those links, so you have to be there. Next, so let's imagine that 1,000 people search, 22 people click. Out of the people that click, how many are going to convert? A typical attorney website converts, and when I say converts, it's the number of people that visit the website versus the number of people that will actually pick up the phone and call you or fill out information in contact us form. An average website converts at a rate of 2.35%. That's the average, right? So you get 10,000 visitors to your website, or not to your website, 10,000 searches. Let's round it off a little bit. 2% are going to click on your ad, so 200 people visit. And out of those 200 people, 2.5%, I'm rounding it off, will actually engage with you. So what's 2.5% out of 200? It's a really small number, right? So you have to have a lot of searches to get people to engage. And what's the final number that we'll look for, and you should look for, is out of the people that you talk to, how many of them are actually going to become your clients? And now you have to figure, okay, so this is the funnel: searches, click-throughs, visits, conversions, closing, right? And you need to decide how much money you need to put forth in order to get the revenue in, the caseload in, that you need to meet your financial objectives. So that answer really, really depends on that. What are your goals and what will it take to accomplish those goals? For some low competition areas, that number is probably going to be a lot smaller than for highly competitive areas. So if you are in Chicago and you're a personal injury attorney, you may be spending upwards of $100 per click. So let's think about that for a moment. 100 people click on your ad. I'm sorry, not 100. Every person that clicks on your ad costs you $100. Now, if an average website converts at 2.35%, my goodness, it will cost you a lot of money to get just a few clients,
Yeah,
like
you
a
better
lot of money.
have a high converting website.
That's right. So what's a high converting website? High converting websites convert in high single digits or low double digits. So we have clients whose websites are converting 10 to 15% of all visitors on any given month. So their cost of getting each client is very low in comparison to those that convert on that average 2.35%. So they get to keep a lot more money because they're spending less on marketing, less on those clicks, while they're making a lot more money because they get more clients. Did I answer that question?
I think there is one more part that we haven't touched on, and that's remarketing or retargeting.
Yes.
That's something that
You covered
happens
that.
after someone clicks on your ad, lands on your website. They may or may not read the information, but then they decided to just close out the website.
Why?
For any reason.
Well, because most people do not decide to like take action right away, right? Yeah, so.
Depending on the practice area, yes. But your campaign is set up this way so that the ad keeps following them. The same person who clicked on the ad didn't make any action. The ad keeps following them, and this way we are actually able to get a much less expensive clicks. They're so inexpensive compared to original initial first click that it totally makes sense to keep doing this as much as possible. And we have noticed that a lot of marketing firms do not take advantage of this. They just set up the search campaign and then they kind of forget about the rest.
I think you have to explain like what that means, like when the ad is following you. What does that mean?
The person keeps seeing this ad on anywhere they go.
Not the one that they saw on Google, right?
Right.
Like it's different ad. It's like a banner ad.
It is a banner ad, like a display ad, and then anywhere they go on multiple websites, any websites, they read news or any other information. Even Facebook, using Facebook, Facebook also has retargeting options, so they will see your ad and keep you on top of their mind.
So the goal of doing that really is to maximize the number of people that do come to your website, maximize the number from those people that will actually engage in a conversation with you. And like Natalie mentioned, that retargeting cost of ad is a tiny fraction of what it costs to run that cost per click ad or search engine marketing ad at the top of Google. Those are $100 per click. The banner ads could be 50 cents per click. So it makes sense to follow them until they either convert or a certain period of time goes by and they will not click on anything, then the system will automatically stop showing those ads to them. And depending on what practice area you're in, that period of time can be 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. So for example, if you are, let's say, elder law attorney, it may take someone a while to decide to take action. So it would make sense to follow them for, let's say, 90 days. If you're a criminal defense attorney, their action may actually take way less time to be taken because there's probably a very pressing matter that needs to be either addressed or at least someone needs to talk to you to get a better understanding, better handle on things that are about to happen to them, right? So there you can set up the duration of that remarketing ad to 30 days or 45 days, whatever it may be, actually even 2 weeks. It's all subject to experimentation, understanding where exactly the optimized numbers are going to fall for you.
I hope it was helpful. I hope it was helpful to you, John.
It was hopeful. All right, call us if you have any other questions.
Thanks.
I think that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.
Bye.